Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about outdoor-indoor projection. Would you like to get a screen experience or a movie experience like this? Well, today, we're going to take a look at the EPSON Mini EF12 4K projector. This is a laser projector capable of displaying up to a 150-inch image, and it fits, as you can see, in the palm of my hand. Let's get right to it. Now in today's video, we're taking a look at the Epic Vision Mini EF12 4K laser projector. And I have to say, if you're looking for a projector that works in the indoor and the outdoors, that has also, check this out, audiophile grade audio, something so compact as that, then this is the projector. Because this projector has Yamaha speakers that give you an amazing sound experience for something so small. Now the video quality that you're seeing here and the colors are only possible because this features EPSON's micro laser array. And that's going to give you amazing colors like the ones you see here. But it goes beyond just giving you great colors. It also gives you the deepest blacks possible in such a compact package. And again, let's take a look at it again. This is how small this projector is. This is how small, and it's giving you that type of image. That's 130 inches being projected right now. It gets better. You also have Android TV built in. So, no streaming sticks required, nothing needed to connect. Literally, plug it in, connect it to the internet, and you can start streaming. It's that simple. Now, in addition to having a great video experience and color experience, the projector also does auto picture skew and focus correction. So as it's being shifted or moved, it's going to adjust itself to give you the best viewing experience. Literally, it's going to automatically adjust the geometry so that everything looks square on the screen. So that you're going to have, again, that fantastic viewing experience. Now this projector also has extended connectivity, meaning that it has Chromecast built in. And that opens up a whole world of possibility. This means that any of your Android devices, as well as Apple devices, can connect to this projector and stream from those devices. Now this projector also gives you flexibility around how you can mount it or view your content. You could either have it in front of a screen or you could have it hanging from a ceiling upside down. I prefer to have it in front because I like to be able to take it from the inside to the outside and enjoy it just like this. Now from a resolution perspective, this projector has a native resolution of 1920 by 1080. Now the color brightness is an output of 1,000 lumens. And it's pretty amazing because not only do you see this in complete darkness, but you'll also see some other shots where I have it in my home with in daylight, right? So you have the blinds open, you have light coming in. Now, in both of these scenes, this outdoor screen is an Elite Screens outdoor screen that it supports both front projection and rear projection. And in the in-house setting that you're going to see in a couple minutes, you will also see it on an ALR screen from Elite Screens. This is an ambient light rejection screen that's going to allow you to see things improved, especially with this type of projector, in a light setting. So you'll be able to see that as well. So 1,000 lumens is what you get. Now, how big can you go? Well, you can go as small as 30 inches all the way up to 150 inches. So this screen that you see right here is 130 inches, and in the indoor setting, you're going to see it on a 103-inch screen. 150 is the max you can go. One thing to note is that it does not have manual focus, so the distance or the zoom has to be adjusted by the distance of the projector. The closer the projector is to the wall or to the screen, the smaller the image will be, and as you come back, the larger it will be. Now it does have some zoom capabilities, but it doesn't have one of those focal lenses that you can adjust. Now for those of you who are concerned about over-enjoying this projector because you may have it on all the time, you don't have anything to worry about. The light source life is 20,000 hours. That should be more than enough. Now from a speaker perspective, you're looking at built-in speakers, 5-watt stereo speakers, and the sound is by Yamaha. Now, the system also, or the projector also has the ability so that you can connect audio from an external source. So if you want to expand it with the surround sound system in your home, you could do that as well. Now it does support wireless 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and it's Bluetooth 5.0 because you can use this as a speaker too. Now I've been using this projector for the last 2 weeks as my primary viewing device. So we've been using this outdoor, Noel and I, when we go outside, and we've been using it indoor as well in our living room. And I'll tell you, when I first unboxed this, I was like, wait a minute, this is too small. Powered it up, and then when I saw the throw of the image, I was like, holy moly, this is a great looking projector. I took it downstairs, I set it on a stand, and I projected it on our screen, and it just blew me away, the overall image quality. And again, it's because of the size that just drives me crazy with this thing. It's really, really impressive. So if you take a look at it right here, you can see what I'm talking about. If I open up my hand, you can see how my hand covers it. It's really palm size, but it has several features. First of all, on the top, you see your power, you have your Bluetooth connection, some adjustments, and also your up and down volume. And remember, you can use this as a speaker as well. Now, if we take a look at the side here, on the side, what you have here is HDMI ports. One of them is an ARC port, so you have two, USB-C, standard USB, and then you have a headphone jack coming out, power, and then a lock if you want to lock it in place somewhere. Now, as we take a look at the sides here, you notice that you have some venting going on. The speakers, you can see them right here. And at the front, we'll take a look at the projector itself. Front, you see the speakers. You also have, this is some of the optics that adjust, like the keystone and also the focal, right? You do have this lens here. You notice how it's kind of like recessed a little bit down. But if you want to adjust the pitch, you do have at the very bottom here, you have these legs that come out. So you can see how you can adjust this to adjust the angle. And the cool thing is that as soon as you adjust the angle, the actual technology built in will automatically readjust the image for you so that it remains flat. So no matter what pitch you have, the image will be flat on your screen. And that's also important that if you have a wall that's not straight, this is going to adjust as well. Now you have a couple legs on the back here that you can rotate to adjust, and then you have a mounting screw here if you want to mount it on a ceiling or put it permanently in some type of stand. This would be great even for tailgating, or if you go camping, because it's that portable and small. Here what you have is a little filter, right? So this is a little filter right here just that you can take out so that you can make sure that you replace that so that the actual projector doesn't suffocate itself. So the EF12 has a lot of features that you can really expand the overall use. And again, I'm just amazed by the size. Now, from an audio perspective, remember, you can, even though this projector does not have optical out, and I was talking about external sources, you can use this ARC to do this as well. So you can get your audio out and get a fantastic audio experience. But when we go into the overall Android TV experience for this projector and we see more of the video quality, one of the things that you'll be able to see is all of the configuration choices that really expand this. And the other thing is because it has Bluetooth capabilities, again, you have that streaming capability there as well. Now, one other thing I wanted to cover is the actual remote itself. And many times we take for granted the flexibility and the functionality coming from a remote. This remote, as you can see here, is really simple to use, very simple layout, has a dedicated YouTube button, apps button, you can switch any of the sources, Bluetooth as well, and then it has some of the correction options that you can see right here. Now, this is a Bluetooth remote, and that's the cool thing about this, and this is why I wanted to highlight it. There's no line of sight, so you don't have to be in front of the projector, behind the projector, pointing at the projector, because it's connected via Bluetooth. So this really gives you a lot of flexibility. It also gives you the ability with this, you'll notice that it has a dedicated microphone button. So if you would like to use Google, you can ask it the weather. You have all the same Google controls that you would have on your phone or on many of those Google devices that you may have in your home. Now next we're going to move into our living room so you can see how the projector performs in daylight, as well projecting to a ALR screen that I have on the wall. And it's also going to give you a chance to learn more about the Android TV operating system that's on this projector. Let's check it out. Now the operating system itself has been updated to be the latest version of Android TV. And you can see here that it does a really fine job of organizing content, presenting it to you very similar to what Google TV has. There's some slight differences to it, but as a streaming solution, all-in-one streaming solution, I just want to say that this is probably the best experience that you will get. The streaming is good, it does not stutter, and it's also 4K. Now, one other thing I like about this projector is the fact that this projector's remote is Bluetooth. So it's not line of sight. You don't have to point it at the projector in order for it to work. All you have to do is literally push the buttons on the remote, as you can see here, and it immediately starts to respond. So as you're going from screen to screen or area to area, it just moves very quickly. Now, you also do have a Google button on here that you can use to use the Google voice commands to control the actual projector as well, or to do search for weather and other things like that. You also have some dedicated buttons that are going to give you access, as you saw, to YouTube and other areas of I would say, the Android or Google ecosystem. Now, let's take a look at the menu just to see what some of your options are. Now, in the menu area, you do have some device preferences, and those device preferences are going to be really specific to the ecosystem. So as you can see here, you have date and time, you have language, you have Google Assistants, you do have Chromecast built in, which means that you can stream from any device that's capable of Chromecast connecting. So this gives it a lot of flexibility. Now, again, all of these features that you see here are specific to the Android ecosystem. If you want to be able to look at the projector settings, we'll have to go into the projector area. Now, there are 2 install apps that are going to give you the ability to adjust the projector settings and even update the projector settings. As you can see here, we have projector settings, and then we have firmware update. What I found is I've never really had to click on this to do a firmware upgrade. As soon as I come to the projector, if there's one available, I do get a notification, and all I have to do is click on it, and I'm able to update the projector. We do have a really cool feature that I wanted to highlight as well. Because this device is running an Android operating system, it has USB interfaces. You can actually, check this out, you can actually plug in a USB webcam and actually have Zoom meetings, which is, I think, one of the super coolest things that you can do. So you can actually have Zoom conference calls with this projector, having I would say, a standalone camera that's connected to the USB, maybe like on a little tripod, and facing it towards you. And if you think about it in a family setting, you can have an entire family participating on a Zoom call, which is, as you guys know, pretty common nowadays. Also, one other item before we go into the projector settings I want to highlight is that the projector does support VPN. So for those of you who are looking to have like a VPN experience so that you can change your location, you can do that. And also Google Duo is present. If we go into the projector settings, here where you're going to see some of the options that you have. First of all, you have the picture area that you can modify the color settings, light output, the scene, the adaptiveness of the scene that's being projected, color temperature. You also have some noise reduction settings. You also have sound settings, and these sound settings here, you can determine what type of sound experience would you like. And I have to say, for the size of this projector, palm-sized projector, you do get some fantastic sound experience with those Yamaha speakers. So you can go from a theater experience to any of these experiences that you have, even a karaoke mode if you're going to be using this projector as a speaker. You have virtual surround sound. You can have it either at a high, low, or off setting. I have it at high because my living room is pretty wide and I wanted to get a more immersive experience. And this is a really cool feature that many people don't know about. If you've ever had watching a movie, or you're on let's say watching TV, and you don't hear what an actor is saying because of the explosions and everything that's going on in the action, this projector has a clear voice setting that highlights the voice so that you don't miss out on what's being said. So really cool feature that you can use yourself. You don't have to be hard of hearing to need this, but if you are hard of hearing, you can turn on this feature to have enhanced voice. Now, the next thing it has is a couple of cool settings in sound around auto loudness. It's going to, again, adjust itself based on the content that's coming through. The sound space is the location of the actual projector. It's in the center in my case. You can change this if you'd like to have to the left or to the right. And what it's going to do is the projector is going to adjust itself to the location so that you have kind of that experience that doesn't sound like the projector's coming from the left or the right side of the room. So that's a neat feature that you can adjust. And then here's where you can see the actual output. So if you do want to output it a different way, maybe through the ARC because you have it connected to a surround sound system, you don't have to use the standard projector speakers that it has built in. The display area, we have auto keystone correction. You do have corner adjustment and focus. It does not have manual zoom. So literally, the distance that you have the projector from the screen is going to determine the size of the image. The closer it is, the smaller it's going to be. The further it is, the bigger it's going to be, all the way up to 150 inches. That being said, you have 2 projection settings that you can work with. You can have it standard, or you can have the projector mounted in the ceiling and project upside down. Now, in the settings area, you also have the ability to set your menu timer, your HDMI performance, as well as what the power button will do. In this case, it suspends. It just doesn't fully shut down the projector. It just puts it into a sleep mode. Now, from a video performance as well as streaming, I want to show you how quickly this projector streams. So it has great performance. It's connected to my network. And I'm just going to launch. This is the video that you saw in the intro. I'm just going to go ahead and launch it so you can see how quickly it comes in. And you can see just the quality is absolutely stupendous. Great performance. Once again, great colors, deep blacks. And you can see by the lighting situation here that it's doing really, really well, even in this lit room. But obviously, it's being supported by this screen. Now, for those of you who stream YouTube regularly, let's just look at the overall YouTube performance. This is a video that we just did a couple days ago, really highlighting some new audio buds that were just recently released. We're just going to launch it and we're going to see how quickly it launches.
Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and yes, I have the brand new
So you saw how quickly that launched. We're going to go into the audio test so that you can get a sense of what the audio experience is going to be. So let's get into this audio test, and you can hear how great these speakers sound. We'll do it right there.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with the colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking.
Now that's Android TV on the EPSON projector. So guys, that wraps up our review of the EPSON EF12 4K laser projector. An amazing projector in such a small package. See you in the next one.